right, hi y'all. Whew. Long day so far. So what did I do? I'm at Amazon. Today is the 6th. Yeah, today's Wednesday, so today is the 6th of January. I worked at Kohl's, and while I was there, I thought, Candace, message HR again. Because what I ended up doing, I went to the A to Z app. So I opened back up another case because I cannot pick up shifts. I can't even see what shifts are available. Now, I will say, since I've been reinstated, the app looks different to me. How it was before, the layout is different. So anyways, with that being said, I looked at the case and it said ERC basically closed it back down, the case back down. They was like, when you contacted ERC, we told you right, nothing has changed. So basically, when I had contacted ERC, they told me I had to go on site and speak with a manager to fix something for me. So I decided to message HR. So there is an actual HR person on site. That's who I was that's who I was in conversation with. It's not the same person who sent me that email before saying that I was still reinstated, because there was no name associated with that one. So I don't know who messaged me or anything like that before, but I just know since the reinstatement or since the appeal, this is who I've been in contact with when they've emailed me. So anyways, I emailed him. He was really quick responding. He's always quick with responding, which is awesome. So he was like, I'll file a ticket for you. So I asked him 2 questions. I said, hey, am I fully reinstated? He said, have you been in for a shift since we last talked? I told him no. And he was like, I said, I plan on coming in tomorrow, but I said, I'm able to log into the A to Z app. We got that all taken care of, but I'm still unable to find shifts. Like, it doesn't allow me to click on anything. Like, the calendar disappears really quick. I'm gonna have to show you guys. And that's not how it's supposed to be. So, he was like, when you come in tomorrow, have Brandon, like the head manager, take a look. Or speak with him, because he said he can reset. He has really good success with resetting the password. I'm like, I don't think you understand. It's not about the password anymore. It's just the fact that I cannot see any shifts to pick up. And so he was like, okay. I said, how about this? He's like, he said, link up with Brandon tomorrow, which will be Thursday. When you come in, that's when I plan on going in, because I don't have to work at Kohl's until I think middle of next week, I think. So I'm off for a bit. And I just want to get my feet wet back at Amazon. So, what happened? So I was like, can I come in even though I'm not going to be on the clock? He's like, yeah, come in if you can, and then we'll, speak with Brandon, see what he can do. So I came in, clocked in, my badge worked, so that's a plus. He's like, if your badge does not work, let me know so I can make sure I give you time, because you are supposed to be paid anytime it's work related. Now, come on now. I've been in contact with ERC, all these people. I ain't get paid for my time on these phone calls. But whatever. We're gonna let that slide, okay? All right. So, I was like, okay. He said, let me know if your badge doesn't work. Make sure we get the time put in for you. I'm like, cool. So my badge worked just fine, clocked in. Brandon was like almost right there. Of course I got my temperature checked. Brandon was right there. I showed Brandon the issue. He was like, that's weird. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? He's like, let me know if there's anything I'm supposed to do, but yeah, you're gonna have to speak with Ron. I said, is Ron on site? Do we have an HR person on site? He's like, yeah, he's in the break room in one of those offices. I said, oh, now I have never seen this guy before. That's why I'm like, I don't know who Ron is. So I wasn't tripping. They don't make that known. And as I mentioned, I have never seen this guy before, but probably because I'm either early in the morning or late at night shift. So that's probably why I've never seen him. And he had his door closed too. And that door is usually closed. I never looked in the office before. Never ever looked in those offices. It ain't my business. There's like a nursing room. I think there's like a nursing room, and then there's another office. I think, or the mother's room, something like that. I think it's the nursing room, to be honest. So I'm like, okay. So I walked back there. His door's closed. I knocked. He said, come on in. I said, Brandon told me to come back here and show you what's going on. He was like, so I'm showing him the app. And he was like, why are you claiming VET? That's voluntary extra time. I'm like, yeah, that's what I have to go to claim shifts. I said, I'm a flex associate. He said, it shouldn't be like that. I'm like, I told him, I said, I will say this, since I've been reinstated, the app looks totally different for me. Totally different. Yeah, he's like, wow, okay. So anyways, you know, I show him, and then he was like, what's your login? So I gave him the login. He says that, I said, it's the same one as before. He's like, when we reinstated you, it's the same login? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it should have changed. He's like, that's probably the issue. So we don't know what's going on. He said, that's probably the issue. He said, yeah, when you got reinstated, your login should have changed. And I'm like, nope, it's the same thing that's on my badge. So anyways, he looks at it. He's like, well, let's try this. He said, I don't see you assigned to any work group. So in his system, he didn't see me assigned to any group or probably building. I have no idea. So he said, log off and log back on and see if it shows up. Nothing. So guess what? It's going to be another waiting game. Let's see if it works, if it updates, you know, overnight. I'm like, okay. He said, well, when you come in, just, you know, your badge works. You can work, you know, you're going to get, you clock in, you clock out, same thing. But obviously I wouldn't be able to know what shifts are surge pay, right? So yeah, I want my extra money. And then I did ask him about the $150. I said, well, I even qualify? Because I said I was working until I came in that Friday to work my third shift of the month. And that's when I found out that I was inactive. He's like, yeah. He said, you should be able to get that. You know, he said, yeah, you should be able to get it because it doesn't seem like you left. That's what he stated. And I'm like, but my hire date on the app says I was rehired or hired as of December 29th. So it's whatever. But he said that he would put a ticket in for that too. So I didn't ask him when it's going to get paid. I just didn't want to be like that nagging person. Even though I should never feel that way. That's their job, right? That's their job. And everybody's so kind, really nice. Well, Brandon is nice. All the managers are nice besides like the ladies for whatever reason. I always got something to pick on with me. No guys ever talk to me. It's always the ladies. Oh my goodness, but whatever. So we'll see. When I hear about everybody else getting the $150 thing, I'll check. I did get paid my vacation time. Woohoo! So that's gonna be in my follow-up tomorrow, which will be Thursday. And yeah, y'all, I'm getting things done. So I'll be at there tomorrow for a little bit, not too long. Sorry. Yeah, I'll be there for 5 hours, but I have a regular job to work. Gotta make sure I work some hours, make sure I can drop Jamez off, pick him up from work. Yeah, so that's gonna be kind of busy. But yeah, I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy getting things done and out the way with. And he's like, yeah, I know it's been a long process, huh? I said, yeah, you know, reaching out to ERC. ERC said they were putting in the appeal for me. Because the reason why I went to ERC is because that's what the manager on duty on that date told me to do. So she didn't say you gotta speak to HR when they come in or anything like that. She never mentioned HR. She told me to contact ERC. So I'll keep you guys posted. Y'all know how I do because it's a learning process. It definitely is. every company is different, and you know, you have to stick your stand your ground and never feel like you bombarding somebody. But I'm good now. But yeah, I mean, really good, timely back and forth. And I know they probably like, this girl crazy. I don't care. That just means, hey, you ain't gonna step on my toes. Nope. You're gonna fire me and tell me that, or terminate me and tell me that I'm the one who terminated myself, when I specifically have emails saying what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. I hope I get the 150. We'll see. Well, I mean, obviously it'll be like $75 after the fact, but I'll take whatever comes my way. But that's one thing I've learned over the years, especially at jobs. Like, you have to stand up for yourself, because nobody else will do that for you. And yeah, that's very important. That's why I'm trying to like teach my son, you know, like, hey, you got to ask these questions. You got to ask this question. You may not ask the questions immediately. That's okay. You've got to ease your way in. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm bothering somebody, but then I have to, like, you know, ease my way in. So yeah, I won't be emailing that Ron guy anymore, seeing that he's on site. But I never had to speak to HR before, so I did not know that our site had one. It's totally different at this warehouse. So, and even when we worked at the other place, I mean, there was an office, the old Prime Now building that we were at. I mean, there were offices, but it didn't say HR. Whatever. So yeah, y'all, let me get in here and I will talk to you guys soon. I just wanted to update y'all and give you guys some good news. And yeah, your girl's gonna be back at Amazon. Let's see the next time I get talked to about my stats. So, oh my goodness. All right, bye y'all.